All right, all right, all right. Chosen ones, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back yet again to another episode on Antonicus Motivates. And yes, y'all already know how we do about this time. About to go ahead and get into another video today. All right. And today, April 28th, Tuesday, 2026. Yes, and about to go ahead and get into day number 28 of the burpees training session. So, boy, it's been quite a journey, man. And I ain't gonna lie, this morning, I was pretty sore this morning when I woke up. And so, I'm getting a little bit of a later start this morning, but nonetheless, we're gonna get it in, man. We ain't got but 2 more days left and 2 more days left in this month, right? And then the month is gonna be out. So I don't even know what happened to April. It went by quick. But anyway, before we get into the video, chosen one, I just like to always remind myself every day of the promises, every day of what we know, right? Because we don't worry about what they did to us or what we see going on around us. All we worry about is this right here, right? And I said I was going to be putting this in some of my videos, just so we can always remind ourselves, okay, of what the truth is, not the lies that we see going on all around us out here. All right? Here's the truth. I will not fear. I will not faint. My God is with me, so nothing can defeat me. I am a child of the Most High God, redeemed by the blood of Christ, set free from condemnation, and treasured by my Creator. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I speak these verses over my life to the enemy. 100. Isaiah 54:17. No weapon that is formed against us shall ever prosper. Psalm 37:3-5 tells me what? I will have the desires of my heart. 1 Corinthians 2:9 tells me what? No eye has seen, no ear has heard the things the Lord has prepared for them who love him. John 10:10 tells me, what did the devil do? He came to kill, steal, and destroy us, right? But what did he come to do? He come to give us life and give it to us more abundantly, right? Okay? Jeremiah 29:11 tells me, there is a what for me? Excuse me, hater? I'll wait. No, I don't know what you're talking about. There's a hope and a future for me. That's all I know. Exodus 23:25 tells me that if I serve the Lord, then what would happen? I would be blessed, right? Okay. Psalm 84:11 tells me what? No good thing will be withheld from me, okay? Philippians 4:13 tells me I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Not some things, not a few things, all things, okay? Psalm 132:15 tells me I will have abundance, plenty of provision and food, okay? Psalm 1:3 tells me whatever I do will prosper. Whatever I do. Not just some things will prosper or a few things will prosper. No, whatever I do will prosper. Psalm 55:22 tells me he will sustain me and I will not be shaken. Joel 2:26 tells me I will eat plenty. That's what Joel 2:26 tells me. 1 John 5:14-15 tells me we know that we will have whatever we ask for. And what we ask for is not what they tried to give us, right? It's not. Proverbs 10:22 tells us the blessings of the Lord, okay? Proverbs 2:6-7 tells us what is in store. What's in store for us? Success is in store for the upright. He is a shield to those whose walk is blameless. The Lord gives wisdom to the righteous. So I rise in the power of God and nullify every strategy of the enemy. I am protected by the hand of the Lord, and no evil will prevail against me. I am walking into favor today. I carry the seal of heaven. I do not beg for breakthrough. I walk in it. I do not wait for peace. I carry it. I do not chase doors. I unlock them. I am not who I was. See, I am who God says I am. So my name is rising. My miracles are manifesting. And today is not ordinary. Why? Why, chosen one? Because today is divine. Let's get it, man. Let's go. All right? Go ahead and crank up. Get ready, man. Because you know how we do every day, man. We just stay on this daily grind, right? We was destined to win, chosen one. They can't never hold us down. That's what they didn't understand, man. You know, when they came for you, chosen one, they came for the wrong one. And that's what the topic is going to be about today, all right? Seriously, man. They made a very bad mistake when they did what they did to you. Because you was just the truth, and you was just minding your own business for one thing. For another thing, you was just trying to show them something positive. So they had set the stage for your demise, you see? And that's what the topic is going to be on. Let's roll. Let me get my shades on, man. The sun is kind of bright out here this morning. Yeah. They had set the stage for your demise. But they didn't know that you wasn't going down easily. They're finding that out now. They thought that you was easily gonna just play into their hand, into their little plots and schemes they had for you. Not knowing who is with you, who is guiding you, and who has got you. They didn't know nothing about that when they did what they did. They thought that, you know, that it was just going to be a wrap, that you were just going to easily fold, and that you was just going to do everything they had already planned that you would do. They had already done, anticipated that you would do. They had figured on your emotional reaction that never came. They had went ahead and thought that they read you perfectly. They thought they had you figured out. Maybe they had seen you before act out or something like that when you was angry, or had an emotional outburst or something like that. Maybe this was when you were in your low vibrational states or whatever, or when you had to put them in their place. Because see, what it is, man, is they think that they can just treat you any kind of way. That's what they always thought. They thought they could just treat you any kind of way, man. And that you would just take it and not do nothing about it. But many of you had to put them in their place. Because even though you are a kind person and you most of the time treat everybody, real friendly and everything like that a lot, just because of the spirit that's inside of you, that don't mean that you ain't the type that you will, take it there if you have to. Like, that's your last resort. You don't want to have to do that. But you will, put people in their place who needs to be put in their place. Because they're thinking in their mind that they can just run all over you and just do whatever they want to you with no consequences. And so, yes, you may have had to, at some point in your time, like, really just like go off, and be like, I'm not taking this. You ain't gonna just do this to me. You ain't gonna do me this way, and you're a clown or whatever. And I don't care what you're trying to do. You are not going to just, do all this to me and just treat me with the most disrespect, like I'm nobody, just because of what you think of me or what's up in your mind, because they read you with their own mind and not looking at you through the spirit or through the spiritual eyes of how God sees you. They just looking at you thinking that you just some kind of little pushover. So they did everything they could to you, thinking that it would be very easy to do you just like they've done most of their other victims. And so they had the stage set for you for your demise. Little did they know that you wasn't about to step on that stage. Now you not only never stepped on that stage that they had built for you, you building your own stage. And that's really got them pissed off now. Because they wasn't expecting that. They didn't think that was going to happen. That was the furthest thing from their mind, was that you was going to build your own stage. If you would have stepped on the stage they tried to give you, it would have been over for you. So you know that. And yeah, it hurt, man. You had to go through what you had to go through, Chosen One. I understand, man. Like, I've been there. I know how it is, man. Because, I mean, it's like, it really gets at you, you know what I mean? What they do, the things they do. It really does. But you know that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get to you. It's all by design. It's the game they've played on so many, and that they still continue to this day. whole provocation and all of that, and everything they do to try to get a reaction out of you and all of that, they come with their pettiness, with their BS. But that don't work on you, because you're different. That's what they didn't know about you, you see. So now you're building your own stage, you're doing your own thing, and everything that they did to you failed. All the plots and schemes came to nothing. And the whole image they had painted of you being the villain in front of the eyes of everyone else is now being revealed as a fraud, a fake. And everyone has no other choice but to see who they are, that they are the real villains, the ones who painted the picture of you as a villain. They had everyone ready to accept the image of you, and many of them had already accepted the image of you, which was a lie. And so they are all just as guilty as the one who created the image of you for believing that about you. And they all thought that you was gonna crumble easily. They didn't know that you wasn't going down without a hell of a fight. They didn't know that you were not going down without a hell of a fight. You was gonna fight hard. You had already fought hard before. You had already won before. You were winning before. You knew you were. You know that you were always designed to win, not to lose. You had saw your own talents, your own gifts. You had saw the other times you had been doing good for yourself, and then you knew that it was them all along that didn't want to see you do good for yourself. It was them all along who tried to make you out to be the problem when they were the problem. When all of them were the problem the whole entire time. And so, rather than acknowledge that they tried to make you the problem, and then they set the stage for your demise, not knowing that you was a seed and that they was just planting you for your growing season, which is what you're going through right now. So they thought they was burying you. They thought they had you buried. It was over. It was a done deal. You know, you was going to be gone, which is what they wanted, because they figured if they could get you gone, then they could still control the narrative, and that, you know, that the spotlight would remain on them, and that you could never then outshine them. That's what it was all about. So anyway, I've reached my location right now, chosen one. And so, you know, I'm about to go ahead and get in day number 28 of the burpees training session. And then after that, as we always do every time in every video, I'm gonna get my backpack on, and then we're gonna walk it out, and I'm gonna continue to break this topic down further for you about how your enemies and your haters had set the stage for your demise. But you never stepped onto their stage, and you built your own stage. All right? So hold that thought right there. Stay tuned. I'll be back. Yeah. All right, chosen one. So I'm back now. And back to the topic. You know what happened was they had went ahead and set the stage for your demise. But you didn't show up to that stage. And then that really messed them all up, because you were supposed to act out on that stage and play your role, but you didn't do that. See, what you did was you built your own stage, and that's got them going insane right now. And you building your stage, whatever that may be. Maybe you went in on your training or your growth or whatever it was, or you wrote a book, or whatever the stage is you built for yourself, or you painted pictures, or whatever you did. You did what you did, you know, to create your own stage. And you used your talents or your gifts. You made your music or whatever you did. And you wasn't about to, you know, come out of your peaceful place where you was at for them to do exactly what they wanted you to do, to make you catch a case or something like that, or make you end up unalive, or whatever it was they had planned for you. You were supposed to show up and do everything that they had wanted you to do. They came at you with all their pettiness, not knowing who they was coming up against when they came up against you. But you knew exactly what it was. You knew it was just because they was jealous and they was mad. And so they was just trying to get at you because they had already pretty much lost control. So they had to use whatever method they could to try to regain control, to regain the control and the manipulation of you. They have to keep you small. That's what it's all about. They had to keep you boxed in. That's what everything is. That's what it's all about. That's what everything is all about. Like I said, man, they can't stand for you to do your thing. But you did your thing anyway. And you didn't stop for them. Now they're finding out that you are not easily broken. That you are a fighter. That you are a warrior in the army of God that they severely underestimated. Yeah, what they did to you hurt you, you know. Yeah, you had to take losses. You had to go through all the things you had to go through to regroup, to find out what you was gonna do. But you stayed in your lane. That's the main thing. You didn't swerve over into their lane the way they wanted you to. That's what they was waiting for. See, they was all up in your lane the whole time. You didn't even probably even know it. Watching you, monitoring you, seeing what you was doing, trying to find out some kind of flaw in you, trying to point out your failures. Or they probably already were pointing out your failures and your mistakes when they didn't have no business doing that. Sorry about the noise in the background, man. Somebody's using some kind of equipment. But hey, we ain't gonna edit nothing out, man. I'm just gonna keep on rolling, you know. Hopefully y'all can hear me though. But yeah, man. So Now you are doing your thing. You are committed to your excellence the way you always were before, really. And you're getting better at everything that you do. And that's driving them insane too. You know, because everything you put your hand to, it's gonna prosper. You already know. You a child of the Most High, man. They can't stop you. You unstoppable. Yep, and just you know, we doing the dang thing over here, man. You know, we doing it, man. Got into day number 28 today on the burpees training session, so that went in real nice. It went real well, and then I got the suicide drills in again, day 4 on that. So day 4 on the suicide drills, and then you know, now I got the basketball training going, you know, where you know, getting a little bit better with that 3-point range, you know, hitting them like Kobe, man, you know. Yeah, and I mean, I still got to do a lot more, you know. It's still a lot more I know I got to build back from after everything they put me through, man. They terrorized, tormented, and traumatized my entire life, man. They tried to destroy me. That's what they tried to do. But it didn't work. It'll never work. And then they turned their backs like it didn't matter. But it does matter. It matters to God. See, that's what they don't know. So, yeah, so, you know, it like I said, it took a toll on me. It took a heavy toll on me. And yeah, it hurt, but you know, now I'm going all in, just doing everything I can to, you know, do what I got to do to come back from a lot of BS that a lot of wicked, evil people put me through in my fake hometown, you know. So, you know, but it's all good, you know what I mean? They were all fake the whole time, you know, and that's just the way it is, you know. And yeah, so, but it's our elevation season though. We rise above them, right? We don't worry about them. Now they got to see us shine regardless, because that's what we came to do in the first place. They just didn't want to see us shine. They tried to dim our shine. They tried to throw shade on us. You know, they tried to pretend like we didn't exist, turn us into nobodies. And we know that there was the wicked, evil forces working through them and working through the authority figures and everyone doing what they did. And I've even showed you the proof that they are still actively trying to destroy my life, trying to take my very last from me. But I rebuke the devil in the name of Jesus Christ. You know, I rebuke every force set up against me. The unjust don't prosper. So, you know, yeah, they did a lot of injustices towards me. But I know that they did not get away with it. I know that this is just the beginning of a whole lot more to come, because I'm going to fight harder than I've ever fought before. I'm going to push myself harder. I'm going to go longer. I'm going to do more. That's what we have to do. And continue to build every day. Every day you back out here doing your thing, whatever it is you're doing on your own personal channel or whatever you're doing. Just keep building, man. Don't stop building. They never wanted to build with you. I know the feeling. You know, they try to belittle you, try to mock you, try to make it like you're less than. And it's all out of jealousy and envy and hatred. You can't never let it stop you. You just have to brush it off and keep going. You can't stop. You won't stop. You're unstoppable. You're a winner. I know you are. I believe in you. God believes in you. You can do all things through him who strengthens you. You can. All you have to do is know it. And then all you have to do is get busy, man. It's no more time for wasting time. It's no more time for none of that, man. We don't have time for no more of that ever again. We have to be who we were always created to be and do what we were always created to do, what they wanted to try to stop us from doing, which was our assignment. And we know the reason why they tried to stop us from our assignment. It was because they were unhappy with themselves. They saw that we was doing our assignment. They saw we was doing what we were supposed to be doing. They didn't like it, so they tried to turn us back into them, back into the zombie matrix program. But it took us a good long time of going through, trying to fit in again, trying to be less than again, and trying to be who we weren't before we finally understood and realized what we had did to ourselves. We had actually reduced ourselves to make them comfortable. We were actually really doing what we were supposed to do the first time. It was when they left us and everything like that that they did to us also that caused us to try to make us lose hope, thinking that we would come crawling back, begging them. They have to be the ones who are our enablers. They have to be the ones who we need. We're supposed to need them. They're supposed to be the ones who are our saviors. They're supposed to be the ones who are supposed to be the ones you need to survive. So that way they can keep pulling the strings on you. There's strings attached to it all. Yeah, they'll help you, but that comes with a little string attached to it. You already know, so you cut the strings, you cut the cords that connected to you. Actually, they cut the cords that connected themselves from you when they did what they did to you, when they set the stage for your demise. They were waiting for your demise. But you never showed up to the stage that they set for you. Like I said before, you created your own stage, you built your own stage, and you was like, hell nah, I ain't doing that. You know? Now they're shocked. And now they're gonna get the shock of their lives every day as you continue to rise. So, just know who you are, man. Stand in your authority. That's what you have to do out here. Continue to win right in front of them who thought they had you and that it was going to be your demise. You were the seed they tried to bury, not knowing that it would just grow. So I hope this helped you out today. You know, back here again, connected to nature today, doing our thing, walking and talking like we always do every day. And, you know, sending loads of positive energy your way. As always, peace, love, light, blessings to you all. And I'm gonna catch y'all all on the next one, all right? All right, till the next one, I'm out.